शेखर के पास दिया मैंने।
No, sir, yeah.
Address proof तो मेरा
सर सिंह नमस्कार।
ये पूरा नमस्कार कर दिया था। Yeah, you can give a briefing.
I'd like to welcome Mr. Narayan Swamiji, Minister of State, and we are very thankful that he has come here. One of the principal reasons he's here is to talk about the work done on nuclear power in the country in the last few years. And I request Narayan Swamiji to kindly make his statement first.
Thank you very much, Sanjit ji, my friend. And I would like to dwell upon how the Department of the Atomic Energy, so far, the power generation that has been made by them in various states, and the present areas where the new nuclear power plants are being built, and thirdly, the future program. Now at present, in total capacity of 4,780 megawatts are being produced in 19 reactors. Totally we have 20 reactors one reactor in Rajasthan at Rawat is under maintenance, and therefore the 19 reactors are in full operation and they are running into 80% capacity. And some of the nuclear power plants, especially in Tarapur, Rawat Kalpakam, Narora, Kakrapar and Kaiga, in this, out of 19 reactors which are operating now, nearly 60% of them are more than about 15 to 20 years old. All the reactors have been working well. As far as the fuel is concerned, the indigenous fuel for running these nuclear power plants in our country, we are not able to cope up with the demand because the nuclear fuel that is available here, uranium, except in Andhra Pradesh and Jharkhand. Meghalaya we tried to tap, we could not do it because of the local agitation. And we have got large reserves of about 67 million tons, 67,000 million tons in Andhra Pradesh, which is a very good quality. Now we started mining and we are going to start the production of uranium within a period of 9 months. By this inauguration of this particular the unit, we will be able to reach 90% capacity in the uranium reserve. As far as the uranium which is imported from various countries, we have sufficient uranium for the nuclear units which are being run under the safeguards. And our future program in the 12th plan, we would like to add about 10,000 megawatt capacity, which are in Kudangulam reactor 1 and 2, which are 1,000 megawatt capacity each, of which first one has been commissioned in October 2013, and Kakrapar, Gujarat, 2 reactors with 700 into 2, Rawat a new one, it is under construction, 700 into 2 megawatt capacity, and Kalpakam, which is totally indigenous, the nuclear power plant, which has got which is one of the important, it's an experiment in our country, and that reactor is fast breeder reactor, which has been developed indigenously by our own scientists, nuclear scientists. With that, by 2017, we will be reaching 17,400 megawatt capacity. And as far as our future program is concerned, even in the 12th plan, the Honorable Prime Minister, about 2 days back, that is on 13th of January 2014, laid foundation stone for Gorakhpur, Haryana nuclear power plant, which is 1,400 megawatt, that is 700 into 2. Then Chukka, Madhya Pradesh, there are 2 reactors, 700 capacity each, 2 nuclear power plants. Then Rajasthan, Mahi Banswara, that is also 700 the megawatt capacity per unit, two units there. Kaiga in Karnataka, we have 2 units, 700 capacity each. Then another, the pressurized heavy water reactor, we are trying to locate either in Kalpakkam or in Karnataka. As far as the future programs are concerned, Kudangulam 3 and 4, 1000 megawatt capacity each. Now the negotiations are going on with Russian government, and almost we have crystallized the deal about the cost of the project, and it will be, because the production, as far as the foundation stone is concerned, we will sort it very shortly. Then Jaitapur, Maharashtra, the land acquisition has been completed. Little more compensation issue was there. That also we have resolved. And now the construction work will be started. We have been negotiating with Arriva, France, for the purpose of taking the technology from them, that is light water reactor, which will have the capacity of 1650 megawatt each, 2 nuclear power plants there. Then Kovada in Andhra Pradesh, that is also light water reactor, 1650 megawatt, 2 reactors we are going to build there. The location has been identified. The Andhra Pradesh government has given clearance for everything. Then in Virdi, Gujarat, 1100 megawatt each, 2 reactors, we are going to have light water reactor. With that, we will be able to achieve a total of 27,480 megawatt by 2023-24. This is our present scheme of things as far as the nuclear power generation is concerned. As far as our negotiations after the signing of the agreement between USA and India, negotiations are going on for the purpose of getting reactor from them. That is also in the pipeline. And there has been a lot of demand from various quarters that the Nuclear Safety Regulatory Authority, which should be an independent body. Therefore, the government has introduced a bill in the Parliament, Nuclear Safety Regulatory Authority Bill, which went to the Standing Committee. The Standing Committee considered and they sent it back to the Parliament, and we are waiting for the debate to take place so that there will be no connection between the government and the Nuclear Regulatory Authority, which will be an independent body, and which will give permission at every stage for the purpose of building the reactors and generation of power. The other issue of civil liability for nuclear damages, which has been passed by the Parliament, rules have been notified, it is under operation, and the government will put up about 1,500 crores, the money for the purpose of paying compensation if there is any nuclear damage. Because for the purpose of building one reactor, whether it is 700 megawatt capacity or 1000 megawatt capacity or 1650 megawatt capacity, the Nuclear Safety Regulatory Authority, right from the day the foundation stone is laid, there will be 17 permissions we have to get. 17 permissions, not only from the forest clearance and also from the clearance from the Nuclear Safety Regulatory Authority at every stage of construction, erection of machineries, then and also at the time when the trial run is going on. Therefore, the process is too long. Therefore, it takes time for the purpose of building a nuclear reactor. We will be surprised to know we are charging in Kalpakkam unit 67 paisa per unit even today from the nuclear power that has been produced there. It is not crossing 1 rupee 15 paisa even in Rajasthan and in Maharashtra. Though the state governments are selling it at 7 rupees, 8 rupees per unit, but according to the agreement, we have been giving it to the states according to the agreement at 69 rupees, 69 paisa per unit. Still that agreement is there. In fact, I told my officer renegotiate with them.
You are still making profit.
Huh?
You are still making profit.
If you lose, why should we run a nuclear reactor?
No, Kalpakkam 67 paisa.
69 paisa. When compared to coal-based power plants and other comparative figures which I would like, this I am quoting it as an example, how the nuclear power is very, very cheap. As far as the safety is concerned, safety of the nuclear power plants are concerned, the government did not compromise in any way. In fact, when the inspection came from other countries, other member countries, there are 147 countries who are members of the total member countries. They come for random inspection to our country. Our scientists also go there for inspection in those countries. They certified, they saw Rajasthan, the nuclear power plant, they certified that the nuclear power plants built in India and the maintenance of those nuclear power plants are parallel to the other nuclear power plants in the world. The certification has been given. But unfortunately, some of the organizations, some people who are calling themselves to be the anti-nuclear group, they are starting agitation and they are not allowing the nuclear power plants to come up in this country because as far as the government is concerned, we have got a policy. Safety first, power generation next. This is our policy. We follow that policy. In fact, and when the Kudangalam nuclear power plant issue came, I visited there, I went to the plant, I explained to them the safety features. The Kudangalam nuclear power plant, when compared to other power plants in the country and abroad, I want to say about our country, 5-layer safety mechanism are there in other nuclear power plants. As far as the Kudangalam is concerned, 7-layer safety mechanism is there. Therefore, the government of India is very, very much concerned about the safety of the people and also the safe power generation. And therefore, because I went to the media several times, I told them, because no need to worry, when we are running 19 reactors without even a minor accident, and the people who are agitating, I told them that government is very much concerned about the safety of the nuclear power plant and therefore we have taken all possible steps. But unfortunately they did not hear us, they went on agitation. Because of that, there was a delay of 1 year, we lost 2,200 crores. The power that has to be produced, we could not make it for the last 1 year. But in spite of it, now power generation has started in October. Now 440 megawatt electricity we are producing in Kudangalam. And now for the purpose of increasing the capacity to 750 megawatt, we are putting the application to the Nuclear Safety Regulatory Authority and we are waiting for the clearance. Then we will start the additional capacity we will add and by February end, we will reach 1000 megawatt capacity in Kudangalam. And the second unit is concerned, we have completed more than 95% of the work. By September 2014, we are planning to inaugurate and production of the electricity from that nuclear power plant will take place in September 2014. This is briefly about our nuclear program, nuclear power generation program in our country. And our scientists are when compared to other countries in the world, they are developing our own technology. As I told you already, fast breeder reactor is nowhere in the world it is there. Our people have built up. It is going to be commissioned very shortly in Kalpakkam. And therefore, I would like to make it very clear that as a media, I would like to request you that when France is having more than 74% electricity produced from nuclear power, when the Germany, which now wants to close down the nuclear power units, they are getting power from France. They are getting power from France. United States, 1 lakh megawatt power is produced through nuclear power plant in USA. China, it is 20% power they are producing, but we are producing only 6% now. And apart from that, Pakistan, China is helping Pakistan for the purpose of building nuclear power plants in Pakistan. Finance is being given by the Chinese government. The Korean government has developed nuclear power plant, 20% power. Russia is 22% power they are producing through nuclear power plants. Therefore, the future of the country lies with nuclear power generation only, apart from coal-based, the water-based and air-based. Therefore, we seek your cooperation and also the support to educate the people about the safety of the nuclear power plants in the country. Thank you. ये आप इधर आइए नहीं आप नो यू कम बस यू टेक द सेंटर
नहीं सर प्लीज अगर सर इसका सर विथ रिगार्ड टू व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन, जो 17 तारीख का अधिवेशन है उसमें क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा, अगर प्रधानमंत्री पद के ऊपर कोई निर्णय लिया जाता है या नहीं लिया जाता है, ये 17 तारीख को ही इसके बारे में पता चलेगा. इसमें हमारे को भी कोई जानकारी नहीं है. और क्या चर्चा करते हैं, वर्किंग कमेटी क्या चर्चा करती है, उसके बाद अखिल भारतीय कांग्रेस कमेटी क्या चर्चा करती है, ये आपको भी याद हो जाएगा जब ये चर्चाएं खुद 17 तारीख को होंगी. उनमें क्या क्या नजर रखें यही मुश्किल होता है. अब जानते नहीं साहब, उनकी कभी कभी पिछली बार भी देखा गया, वैसे तो ये राज्य का मुद्दा है, लेकिन पिछली बार भी उन्होंने ऐसी कोई बगावत की थी, 24 घंटे बाद बगावत पलट गई, तो हो सकता है नेगोशिएशन की कोई स्पेस होगी. मैं नहीं जानता हूँ ये उनके तौर तरीके क्या हैं, मुझे तो समझ में नहीं आता ज्यादा. That's what I'm saying. You should be here, sir.
No. Many of the projects are in the pipeline. That's true. But whether this nuclear liability bill itself has become a liability for the government for negotiating with the foreign countries, particularly America and Russia and everybody students bring Japan, everybody.
So you can pull the chair here.
No. Actually,
his voice is too loud. Amending the law.
I see. Partly, I agree with your question. Because there are some countries which they said that nuclear liability should not be there. Therefore, we found out a mechanism which was passed by the parliament that the operator will pay first, and thereafter the whatever equipments we received from them, to that level they are liable to pay compensation. Therefore, we explained to them. Some of the countries agree, some of them don't agree. Because of that, some delay is there. But even then, we will have to go by the law of the land. We have to implement the law of our country. We cannot implement the law of the other country. We have to respect the law that has been passed by the parliament. Therefore, we are convincing them that it is taking some time, but we will succeed.
Yeah, but then you cannot say that after 5 years, when you take this government and that's how you came back to power, after the trust motion, none of those projects that you are talking about have really started in any manner. They have all been only foundation stone. Nothing has, because there is no commitment from either Russia or, for that matter, France or any other country worth its salt who is ready to come and negotiate with you.
No. I would like to say that as far as the nuclear power plants are concerned, the situation has come in such a way after signing that agreement with the United States, we are getting fuel without any hindrance from other countries. That is a major achievement. for imported the fuel. We are getting it for the reactors. We have got sufficient quantity now. We are getting it from. That is number one. Number two, some of the countries, the nuclear reactors, it is not suiting the cost. Therefore, we are negotiating with them because different countries are quoting different rates. But we have to hard bargain with them for the purpose of getting the rate which is acceptable to our country. We cannot close our eyes and get the technology from them. Therefore, this takes some time. But I will not buy the theory what you are telling that foundation stone and thereafter things have not moved. It is not that. Because, as I told, the gestation period for any nuclear power plant, minimum 5 to 7 years. Therefore, still it will take some time. No, Russia partly they are aligning with us. Then now as far as the France is concerned, that Arriva, we are in the final stage of negotiation. Australia now they have opened up and they wanted to give us the nuclear fuel. And Kazakhstan, we are getting it from them. We are getting from other countries also. Now, South Korea, we have planned to talk to them because their technology is cheaper when compared to other countries. Because there are several ways and means for the purpose of doing it.
What is the percentage of uranium being imported that is being used for the power generation? I mean, how much is indigenous and how much is imported uranium?
Yeah, about 60% is being imported, 40%. Because we have got the imported uranium for certain reactors, about 10. The remaining is with our uranium of the indigenous uranium.
So what is the position
10.
of America?
Huh?
What is the position of America?
America, we have been talking to them, but there are certain areas they agree, certain areas they don't agree, certain areas we agree. Therefore, the negotiations are going on. One at a time, please.
Where the main problem lies?
Huh?
The main problem lies in American conditions.
No, because when we are negotiating with them, how can I disclose where is the main problem, where is the not main problem?
Many ask, tell them one by one.
One.
You are saying that Kudamkulam 3 and 4, you are going to sign an agreement soon. Negotiations are on. Liability bill is not a liability for you. So can you indicate a date or a framework within which the Kudamkulam 3 and 4 will be signed?
For that, I will talk to our scientists and get back to you.
No, are you going to make nuclear issue a main coal plant in 2014?
No, as far, but I mainly came here to say that these are our achievements in the nuclear power generation area.
So you consider this as a major achievement which you want to protect?
This is one of the achievement.
Sir, which are the reactors which are military reactors designated, at what capacity they are running, and where are they getting the fuel from?
That I will circulate a press note that will give you entire picture.
The second question is about FBR. You said you will start it shortly. If you can give us details, how much the work is being done? Fast breeder
reactor. In fact, I went to Kalpakkam. I visited that plant, Bhavani, where about 95% of the work is over. By this year end, they told me by this year end 2014, they will be able to commission the project. 500 megawatt. Only now. Ladies first, then you will get chance. Yeah, अभी nuclear problem हो गया ना आपका? I will answer because I am also the neighbor of the Honorable Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde. Therefore, I will answer very happily that question because I saw the allegation that has been made by Shri R.K. Singh. It is a bold allegation. I am coming to it, sir. Now you are coming to Kovada again. I will come to you. Because the allegation by Mr. R.K. Singh is not borne by any proof. He recently joined BJP. Whosoever joined BJP, what will happen to them, you know that, which I don't want to make any comment. And as far as the Home Minister is concerned, he has got impeccable integrity. He was finance minister in Maharashtra government for pretty long time, more than 8 to 9 years. He was the governor and he was the central minister. He has been central minister here. And the allegation that has been made by him may be due to frustration, because I know, sitting in the nearby the office, because probably the post-retirement position he could not get. Maybe that is the reason that he is making an uncalled for and unwarranted allegation against the Home Minister.
Sir, any legal action? Just a follow up to that. Mr. R.K. Singh said that he is not only on record making these allegations against Shinde, but he said that he forwarded this complaint to the Cabinet Secretary as well as to the Prime Minister's office. You also are in charge of the Prime Minister.
Several petitions come to me without any proof, without any basis. Where those applications we close it, unless until because responsible the Home Secretary, he cannot make an allegation without any proof.
But did he make the allegation to the Prime Minister's office, and did the Prime Minister's office take any step to verify whether these allegations were substantiable or not?
No. As far as the Prime Minister's office, I do not know. I don't have personal knowledge about any letter has been written by him to the Cabinet Secretary. If it has been written, the Prime Minister, if it is goes to the knowledge of the Prime Minister, definitely the Prime Minister might have seen it, and if there is no proof in it, they should have closed the application. I do not know.
Mr. Narayan, you just said that Mr. R.K. Singh might be making all these allegations out of frustration because he did not get a job after his retirement. Can you elaborate that? What kind of job?
No, I don't want to elaborate that, because I don't want to make any comment on that. I am making only a passing remark, because I know so many things I don't want to say about him. So many things in the sense, I was the neighbor of Sushil Kumar Shinde's office, therefore I know about the Home Ministry.
Sir, is he resigning, sir? So BJP is pressed for his resignation.
BJP has no other job except to seek resignation of people. When it comes on the BJP leaders, allegation against BJP leaders, they say there is no proof against them, therefore it should not be proved, because they have got a double standard.
विपक्ष के नेता अरुण जेटली ने कहा राहुल गांधी के बारे में कि उनके सिद्धांत अच्छे हो सकते हैं, उनके फैक्ट्स कभी ठीक होते नहीं हैं, और व्यक्तिवादी राजनीति की वो बात करते हैं, खुद क्या करते हैं, खुद भी तो व्यक्तिवादी राजनीति करते हैं वो।
नहीं, खुद वो व्यक्तिवादी राजनीति कहाँ से करते हैं तो मैं नहीं समझ में पाया, क्योंकि ना उन्होंने कहीं उस तरीके से अपने आप को सामने बढ़ाया है। और जहाँ तक बात है, अच्छा है वो इतनी बात तो मानते हैं कि सिद्धांत के रूप में वो सही बातें कह रहे हैं। कहाँ वो कह रहे हैं कि उनके फैक्ट सही हैं या नहीं है, ये तो मैं नहीं समझ पाया, क्योंकि ज्यादातर मैंने जब भी राहुल जी को बोलते सुना है, सिद्धांतों पर बोला है, उन्होंने विषयों पर बोला है, राजनीति में उनकी क्या एक सोच समझ है, किस चीज को वो महत्वपूर्ण समझते हैं, उस चीज के बारे में कहा है। और फैक्ट्स में कभी कभी जब वो बोलते हैं, वो भारत सरकार की उपलब्धियों के बारे में बोलते हैं और चीजों के बारे में बोलते हैं। और आज तक मैंने तो कभी उनके भाषणों में या उनके कथन में कहीं भी ऐसा नहीं सुना कि कोई फैक्ट्स बिल्कुल टेढ़े मेढ़े हों या गलत बोले हों। पूरी मीडिया है, सजग है, कहीं अगर राहुल जी ने ऐसे कोई तथ्य सामने प्रस्तुत किए हों जैसे मोदी जी अक्सर करते रहते हैं, तो अपने आप बात उजागर हो जाती। जब भी मोदी जी कोई ऐसे तथ्य देते हैं जो सच से परे दिखते हैं, आप ही लोग उसको उजागर करते हैं। राहुल जी के बारे में तो ऐसा कोई मैंने अभी तक सुना नहीं है।
Senior party leaders seem to be divided on the question whether Rahul Gandhi should be projected as the PM candidate or not. For instance, Digvijay Singh believes that the essence of parliamentary democracy demands that Prime Minister should not be projected because it deprives the elected MPs of their legitimate democratic right to choose their leader. What exactly is the AICC's stand on this issue?
So these are opinions. All our senior leaders may have their opinions. As far as the All India Congress Committee is concerned, the Congress Committee would be meeting on the 17th, and it's a large body. Before that, we have a tradition that the Congress Working Committee also meets. So they take certain decisions and then let it come to that. As far as Mr. Digvijay Singh or other people are concerned, these are opinions of the senior leaders, and very often they are voiced both in public and within inner party chambers. And I think most such opinions ultimately lead to party coming to conclusions that would be appropriate and correct. So while the AICC always welcomes these voices, ultimately it is the combined decision of the entire AICC and our High Command that will take a decision as and when it takes it.
Can I quickly question and ask you, Rahul Gandhi's projection will it help you?
Will it be taken in the AICC or CWC?
That I cannot say, sir, but normally what happens is that whatever is discussed in the ICC, normally we have a tradition that the CWC also takes a look at the issues that might come up in the AICC. However, we've always seen that sometimes the ICCs may take decisions that may not have been prior to that either discussed or seen in the working committee. After all, AICC is a democratic body. Issues may emerge, people's collective opinions may become party's policy as the day progresses. AICC is a live, vibrant meeting of our leaders from across the country, so you cannot really predict what the AICC would do on that day.
Can I rephrase the question and ask you, Rahul Gandhi's projection as Prime Ministerial candidate, will it help the Congress party?
See, Mr. Gandhi is amongst our top 3 leaders today, quite clearly. Already he has been made in charge of our campaign committee. He is probably the principal campaigner for the coming elections. So in terms of our leadership, it's already stated very, very clearly. How the elections will span out, we will see. We've always maintained that it is our 10 years track record. It is the future that we will project. It is the credibility of our leadership, both of our prime leadership as well as our combined leadership in the nation and state that will help us.
Rahul Gandhi's projection as Prime Minister.
As I've said, all these points will lead to what will happen in the 2014 elections. And Rahulji is our principal leader. As and where he's used his statements, the way he's taking our party forward, the policies that he is enunciating, his recent work through legislative reforms in the arena of anti-corruption laws as well as other things have very, very clearly strengthened the party.
See, let me add something. The Honorable Prime Minister, when he gave a press conference on 3rd January 2014, he made it very clear that Rahul Gandhi ji has got all the qualities of becoming the Prime Minister candidate. Our Prime Minister himself has certified number 1. Because as far as the Congress party is concerned, as Sandeep Joshi said, Rahul ji is our leader. Under his leadership, with the leadership of Madam Gandhi, we are going to fight the election in the 2014. You and I cannot decide. It is the public who are going to decide.
Sandeep, one question here on the, last night a Danish woman got raped, gang raped in Connaught Place. She was a tourist. You have a new government in Delhi. I remember when the previous government was there, the Aam Aadmi Party, who is now ruling, they said that Delhi has become a rape capital, and once they come into power, these will stop. As a party who's supporting this government, how will you react?
See, any and every incident in which there is violence against any woman is equally horrific and something that should be taken with equal seriousness. I don't know how the current government will decide, because this is a decision on how a government should react that cannot be taken through helplines or through leaving SMSs. And they seem to be in an SMS decision mode. So I don't think they will really know how to react on something like this. But I will not get into the kind of politics they do of blaming a state government or blaming a national government. I think any crime against a woman is a serious crime, and I hope the Delhi police takes this as seriously as they've taken other crimes and continue on their vigil to make Delhi as much safe as possible and to ensure that Delhi ultimately loses its tag where it's supposed to be not as kind or as safe for women as perhaps other Indian or international cities are.
Mr. Chenoy joined the Aam Aadmi Party, JNU professor, and in the past he's made very controversial remarks on Kashmir. For example, the Yasin Malik, etc. He's made some very controversial remarks. Do you think it's time for the Aam Aadmi Party to come clear and make its position known that Kashmir is concerned?
That is for the Aam Aadmi Party to decide. See, it's quite clear they are already a group of people with contradictory ideas on development, on various things. So we don't really know what Mr. Chenoy will go there and seek.
But is it a cause for concern given the fact that the Aam Aadmi Party is now trying to become a national phenomenon?
Similar ideas have always been held by Prashant Bhushan ji in the past. Similar ideas have also been held with, I think you only know one aspect of Medha Patkar ji, since I know her personally more deeply than many of you. She also holds fairly similar ideas. So it's not just one person joining that group which belongs to a particular set of thinking as far as Kashmir is concerned. I think it's something, if the momentum is building up in this kind, it is very clearly something that should be a matter of concern for everybody who actually believes that Kashmir is an integral part of India.
Last question.
RK Singh has been making several damaging statements against him. Is it time for Mr. Shinde to come clean on it? And also perhaps is it time now for Mr. Shinde to actually put in his papers given the strong allegations being made against the former Home Secretary?
I think what Mr. Narayan Swamiji has earlier answered has probably answered your questions. You see, I find it quite, disturbing that how most of our bureaucrats after retirement suddenly seem to be, illustrating or talking about issues that they don't seem to be talking when they were Home Secretary. So I don't think we should take it far more than that. It's I think peculiar that in his 2 years or 2.5 years as Home Secretary, he didn't seem to be, at that time particularly worried. I mean, I'm sure if any self-respecting bureaucrat, if he kind of allegations he has made, if these allegations were actually true, what was he really sitting on his chair there for? I think, as Mr. Narayan Swamiji has quietly hinted, there were other things, other greener pastures that were perhaps around the corner for him. Once he found that those greener pastures were no longer there, he suddenly turned revolutionary, as most Indian bureaucrats after retirement do.
Thank
you.
For example, the NIA Marines case, right? The Italian Marines case. Do you think Mr. Shinde gave him too much of leeway?
Let's not get into those details. I think we respect all our former bureaucrats as they should be. What people do in their jobs as bureaucrats, some people do well, some people may not. I don't think we must politicize or come out into public and cheapen what our bureaucrats have done. We've had a good bureaucracy. Most bureaucrats do an able job, and I think we compliment them for it. If some of them want to come out and use their experience and their exalted positions for their very cheap political purposes, I think it's a sad day for India.
Congress President had said sometime back that the party will announce the PM candidate at an opportune time. Has the time come? Because only 3 months are there.
So it's for the High Command and the Congress Working Committee and others to decide, if they decide, when they decide, and who they decide on.
एक तरफ आप लोग कह रहे हैं कि राहुल गांधी में तमाम क्षमताएं हैं, उनको प्रधानमंत्री बनना चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ आपकी ही सहारे से सरकार चला रही आम आदमी पार्टी के नेता ये कहते हैं कि वो तो मुकाबले में नहीं है, बीजेपी और आम आदमी पार्टी के वर्सेस मुकाबला होगा। ये तो बड़ा ही अजीब।
वो सर नंबर 2 की पोजीशन की बात कर रहे थे। जी
अमेरिकन डिप्लोमेट का कमेंट आया है आज अखबारों में, भारत के बारे में, भारतीयों के बारे में, गार्डनर और कुत्ता, इस तरह के स्टेटमेंट आया अखबारों में आज।
मैं देखा नहीं।
सरकार, American government has denied it. They did not. What you tell?
तो रिपीट नहीं करना चाह रहा हूँ। उसके बारे में आप क्या कहना है देवयानी प्रकरण को लेकर?
No, the American government has clearly came out saying that those observations made by any person from the American government are not the government version. We will not accept that. They said that.
But what was observation?
We will go by the government of the United States of America, not by individuals.
Where Operation Blue Star is concerned, the UK government has ordered an inquiry into allegations that Indira Gandhi took Thatcher's help.
It's the British government has instituted an inquiry. Let's wait for it to come. I've also read in the newspaper that the Indian government has also asked them as to whatever details they have. We already have the statement of a Indian Army officer who was leading that charge, who said that he doesn't at all know or ever remember any such thing having happened. So let the UK government, it's their papers, it's their files, let them do their inquiry.
Thank you. Somnath Bharti case, Aam Aadmi Party has always been talking about of morality. Do you think that he should put in his papers